the reason why I have a family has to do with your music.
Oh no! Oh yes.
So it might flip you out.
Okay.
Okay, so the week I met my husband now.
Yes.
He went to a Fall Out Boy concert in West Palm Beach, and he met me on a Tuesday, and your show was on a Monday night.
Right.
And we met like at this charity event, and we were sitting next to each other, and he was like trying to like come on to me, and he's like, so do you like music? And I go, yeah, I like music. And he was like, oh, I was just at the Fall Out Boy concert. And I go,
No.
But wait. Because he was like wearing like a suit, and he was like trying to be like all suave in Miami and what would.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you were where? And he was like, at a Fall Out Boy. And I go, okay. And he goes, do you want to see some pictures? I was like, okay. And he shows me pictures, and everybody that was around him was like 14 years old. I'm like, and you were hanging out with these girls? He was like, no, I wasn't. It was a really good show. Pete Wentz, you gotta go see him live and this and this. And then he said that after him telling me all this, that, you know, he went to your show and all that, he realized that he had to be with me.
Because of the show?
Because of the show.
Oh wow.
Because it was like there's a song you sing that's very like, this is your bandmate as well.
No.
I'm sorry. But like there's a song that you sang in the show, and it really like fucked him up.
Oh no.
And it was like fucked him up in like a good way.
Okay.
And like he realized how important I was to him because of your show.
Oh wow, that's good. That's
so
awesome.
You have like you're a big deal. As a matter of fact, my daughter's name is not Bronx. This is Amelia.
Amelia,
but she
very
looks
sweet.
A lot like your son.
Oh
with
wow.
the curly.
Yeah, they could be kind of related. Very
It's
sweet.
weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have a lot.
Are those her glasses or no?
No,
Those are
she's
just joke glasses.
she's messing around. Yeah.
Very sweet. How old is she?
She's 3.
Oh, very sweet. Is she in Miami right now?
You have something to do with
That's
this.
awesome. That
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah, in Miami. But
Look at her blush.
yeah,
That's
because it's a
That's
big
cute.
deal.
a sweet story.
Every time,
That's a
it's
nice
like,
story.
every time one of your songs come on the radio, it's like, Fall Out Boy, put a ring on it.
Put a ring on it. All right, I like hearing that. That's the first time I've heard that. That's awesome.
There you go.
Sweet story. I like it.
I really want to talk about your compilation, all the songs you put together. What exactly is it? Like, is it cover songs or punk songs? Like,
Oh yeah, so we put together an album or like a collection of songs called Pack Damn Days, and it was just like, so we did Save Rock and Roll, and we wanted to do something that was fun, you know, like just goofy, you know, and we went and hung out in Sunset Boulevard with our buddy Ryan Adams and just recorded like 6 songs in like a couple hours, and it was just fun to do, and we just like basically stripped it onto our album and just put something out that was additional for our fans, I guess.
When you guys write songs, do you start off like joke writing songs and then it turns into a real song, or do you off the bat like, okay, this is a serious song, and how long does it usually, like a few minutes?
No, like it depends on the song, I guess. None of them start really as jokes. They start from different areas too. Like it's like some of them start as with lyrics, some of them start with a melody or whatever, some of them like are guitar riffs, and some of them take like just an hour, some of them will come together over a period of like months or whatever.
Because every time I hear the story how Yesterday came about by Paul McCartney and his scrambled eggs, Zabba, 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 scrambled eggs, and then that turned.
Is that a real story or no?
No, it's a real story, yeah. And I always wonder, geez, you know, because you're so talented, you write all this music, you play your instruments and all that, and I always wonder if what is the process? What is your process when you're sitting down and you're doing
I feel
something?
like
Do you
every
keep
band.
a diary, like?
Well, I'll do it. I do it mostly on my phone or my computer, but I think it's like different for every artist. Like we meet bands that do it completely different than us. I've heard people who just sing words that sound like the words or whatever. You know, our process is really weird. Like how me and Patrick do it is like a strange process. I know that. It's similar to like maybe Bernie Taupin and Elton John, like their process kind
He
of.
writes and then
So like I'll write.
the music to it.
I'll write words, and then me and Patrick will kind of do it. We do it each on our own, and then like we'll bring it together at the end of it.
When you, I know, and you have a lot of friends in the industry, yada yada yada, and like when you meet like a hip hop artist and they write a song completely different to the way that you do you pick up on any of their tricks?
I mean, it was cool. Like we did on our album, we did this song with Big Sean, and it was cool to see how he wrote was completely different than how we would approach the music, and it was cool. Like I don't think it's applicable to Fall Out Boy necessarily because it's so much like. Our process is so collaborative, and I think when you're like a solo artist, it's a different kind of process. It's either just you or you and a producer, you know, whatever, a track guy. But it was cool to see, and it was cool to see him like do that on a Fall Out Boy song, you know. And it was like we've seen like we had Jay do intro an album a couple albums ago. We've done like stuff with Kanye, and seeing each of those artists work different than each other too, which is cool to see.
Do you get sad about the rock scene? About rock music in general?
No. No. I feel like in the way that I think rock music kind of did what was done to itself. You know, like it was like to see people stop being experimental, to see bands stop. You know, like I mean, like in the 70s and 80s, I feel like you saw rock music. And it was as big and as experimental and different as it could be, you know. And I think that's why we named our album Save Rock and Roll, because like we were like it should be dangerous and it should be different and interesting, you know. And rock bands should be doing that. It shouldn't be only rappers who are like the rock stars, you know.
Right. You need to be who you are.
Yeah.
I think we need bands like you in this.
Oh wow! Thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you for doing this.
No worries.
And thanks for bringing Gino and I together.
That's awesome.
And giving us 2 babies.
Yeah, we love that.
Thanks a lot. I remember you on Sundays at 8 o'clock in the morning when the kids are screaming. I'm like, fuck you, Pete
I got
Wentz.
it. I was up at 8 a.m. too. I had the thing. I had the same thing.
Can we take a picture?
Yeah, of course.